Hi everyone, welcome to Beadinkrazy Custom Creations. I'm Miss Frances, and this is what we're doing today. I've got my dragon picture over here that I used to put this on the wood. And I thought I had the camera on, but I didn't, so I've already started. I've got part of it done, so let me show you what I got done so far. That's part of his face. And that's what I was working on, was just his face. Now this is a turntable that my husband made for stepping stones, when we were doing stepping stones. And I figured it would come in pretty handy, so I went ahead and brought it over here. I have gloves on. You probably should be wearing a mask too, but I don't have one down here, and I'd have to go find one. But don't do as I do. You probably really should be wearing a mask, because you're burning into wood. So I've got the fan going behind me. I hope it's not too loud. It's just a little cheap fan from the dollar store. So I don't do a lot of talking while I'm doing this, because I'm trying to concentrate on not burning myself. And I'm trying not to burn too deeply. I'm trying to figure out which one this is. That's that one. This is this one. Okay. And then his eye. Okay. I was trying to figure out where I was, in case I needed to look at that pattern. Because there is a couple of spots where I've already found that I skipped. Pretty simple to do. I don't draw. I'm sorry. It's never been one of my things. So I used free coloring pages. I thought that would be a way to go. I just don't. I can't draw any more than I can karaoke. Which Deland's trying to get karaoke night. Now I don't know if it's supposed to be this Thursday or not on his live, but just letting you know. In case you want, I will probably watch, but I'm not a karaoke person. I've always been told that I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, so I'm not going to get on there and embarrass myself. But I do know some people who like to karaoke, and they're probably good at it. I'm just not. And I don't know for sure. I mean, I thought he said in 2 weeks, so that would make it this week. But I don't know. I haven't looked at his to see if he has his upcoming. Because he usually, sometimes he doesn't do that till the day of. So I don't know. I don't know if he's got it up or not. That actually went over the line, but I don't think I want to do that. It is part of his eye. But you don't see his other eye, so pretty easy to do, actually, and quite relaxing, really, or at least I find it that way. Let's get this done on the outside of his face here. Probably would have been a good idea to take some Too-Faced tape too, but I didn't want to tape the wood down just in case I needed to pick it up and spin it a different way, so I didn't tape it down. Even though I had this board to spin it, I just didn't want to do it that way. I've got this set at about 400, so you definitely don't want to drop it, and you definitely don't want to touch it. These are not my husband's barbecue gloves. I need to wash them suckers. But they would keep you. They would definitely keep you from getting burnt. These are just a pair of cotton gloves. They just, because this thing does put off some heat. And I started the video and then I had to stop it because I realized I unplugged it and took it upstairs yesterday, and I forgot to check my sound again, and I know that sound is, if I don't check it every time after I've unplugged it and took it upstairs, then the sound's bad, which kind of irritates me. But I don't know why the sound goes down, but it does every time I unplug it or every time I turn it off. Because when I'm not using it, I just shut it off. And yeah, it messes stuff up for sure. So I'm not sure if this is a dragon or a Chinese dragon. Not sure which. I just liked it. I liked the look of it, so I decided to do it. Okay. This one's kind of a round. Just trying to look and see what that. Okay. just shows it going straight up. Oops. Yeah, don't want to get in that crack there. Not really. Let's start up there. Pull it down. Don't seem to be burning as hot as it was, so might have to turn it back up. Or go a little slower. If you find it's not burning like you want it to, then just go a little slower. Pull it through there a little slower and it'll burn deeper. I'm not gonna say this is exactly the same as the picture, because some of them spots were pretty small trying to get them burned in. So some of them I skipped because it would have ran into the other and it probably wouldn't have looked right. So I skipped a few of them. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna try and get it finished. I may, do some with you and then finish it. I don't know. I hate to do that because, I kind of like to show everybody the whole process. And I don't know much about shading, so that I don't know. So I will probably, I don't know if I'll shade it. I had some the Prism coloring pencils from Hobby Lobby, or I bought them from Hobby Lobby. And I find that their colors color better than any other colored pencils that I have. I actually bought the set because I used to draw my own beading patterns. And when I drew them, you know, I like to color them whatever color I was planning on using. So, I don't know, this is not looking the way I wanted it. The way I don't know, it looks funny. I'm following the line, so I don't know. Oops. Gotta keep it. I brought my regular eyeglasses down here because I thought, well, my older ones, because my newer ones, same prescription, but never buy a pair of glasses from Pears. Yeah, that's where I bought them from. Because I thought they're little magnetic pieces that you could change your glasses up was cool. Yeah. They ain't that cool. They won't even stay on my face. If I lean down to look at something down, they fall off. So, I don't wear them very much. I wear reading glasses most of the time. Because I don't like those. trying to see what horns are what. Alright, there's that one. Then there's another horn there. And another horn there. Okay, well, let's I heard the temperature is supposed to actually go down, and I can't wait for that to happen because hopefully it won't be windy, because I need to do some more burning. Need to cut some more of that walnut up and put it in my fire pit and burn it, because I'm trying to clear that out before they come out and top my walnut tree off again. The power and light will, because it's still got some limbs that are over their power lines, pole to pole. Now, if it's over your power line in your yard, then it's on you, but if it's not, then, you know, they have to take care of it. So, the guy told me the last time he was out here and cut a few branches that was over the power line off, that he told me how I could get the rest of the branches cut off and not have to wait forever for it to get done. He said to call the power and light company and tell them that you were going to, he said, even if you decide not to, tell them that you're going to have the walnut tree taken out, cut down, and that you need them to come out and top it safely, is what they call it. So they would send the tree trimming crew out to top the tree before you have someone come take it down. Now, he said, even if you don't have it taken down, this service, most people don't know, is free to you. Then once we top those, take those limbs out over the power line, you know, it's on you if you want to have the tree taken down. But he said the only fallback on that is we don't take the tree limbs away. Well, you know, shoot, it ain't like I ain't got all kinds of stuff to burn as it is, so let's add some more to it. But, hey, it's being done for free, so I can't really gripe. I don't know, you know, I don't know if that walnut is a good wood to carve. I have some walnut out there, and it's, you know, it's pretty dried because it burns quite well. But I don't know about carving. I mean, I bought the tool. I intend to do some carving for sure. My husband used to do carving. And he actually used to do like a little class at the Boy Scouts where he actually taught them how to carve. He did the leather working one, taught them how to make their own, you know, how to stamp their names and make their own designs on leather coasters or leather. It wasn't like a coaster. They could make like a kind of round like a coaster. It hung on. They could hang it on their uniform. I don't know what he's barking about. I mean, I know I have some more. I did order some Temu. God bless it. I was doing so good about staying off of that app. Until Miss Natalie told me they had a bunch of dragon molds clearance. Yeah. That way, yeah. Put me right on that app for sure. It surely did, Miss Natalie. But I did find some cool ones. I just didn't buy any. They weren't any huge ones. These were all, I want to say most of them were fondant molds, is what they had marked down. And some of them were just like flat dragon wall hangers, which are fine. I don't mind doing those. And I need to get a box packed up to send to Runic. Thank God for Runic. I mean, I've been trying to find someone who would finish those pens that my husband purchased, because he didn't get them done. So I thought, well, surely someone who does a wood lathe, I can maybe trade him out. I'm going to trade him some other stuff that my husband had purchased for woodworking for the lathe, for his time to make the pens for me. They were supposed to be Christmas gifts for Miss Jeannie and my daughter-in-law Sarah, and he never got them finished. I don't know. I want to learn to use the wood lathe because there's still a bowl on there that my husband was turning, and it's still on there, and I feel the need to finish it. I'm pretty sure he was making a potpourri bowl, and I have seen Johnny's lathe, what is it, lathe crafts, or I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But he was the first one I contacted about it. But I know my son seems to think I can't. He seems to think I can't work that wood lathe, but I'm pretty sure I can. And I may just have to go out there and just teach myself. Just take his bowl off of there and put some wood on there and just play around with it. Yeah, that'll be a That'll be a wintertime thing. Because I'm not about to be out there in the heat. And in the wintertime, yeah, it gets a little nippy in there, but my husband put a gas stove out there, so gas heater. So I can keep it pretty warm out there to work. I just think that, I can't get him to help me, so he doesn't want to show me how to do it because he's afraid I'll hurt myself. I think that, I would think that he would want to come over and finish that bowl for me. But, my daughter-in-law Toby has a honey-do list as long as his arm, probably. Yeah, well, I got a mama do list. Yeah, I got a mama do list. I'm still waiting on my mama do list to get done. Although I do have I might do some woodwork out on my deck. I do have a deck now, and with rails, so that I have done. They came and finished it. Now they have not put my canopy up yet, but Mama's thought about that one too. I bet you if I get it out and get it started, they'll come over and finish it. Because it has to be bolted to my deck. It has to be. Winds around here, there's, when we start having thunderstorms and stuff. Yeah, it just has to be bolted. So, we will see if I can get them over here, if I get started on it, if they'll come over and finish it. Because I sure would like to have it up so that I could put my deck furniture back out. Get it out of my garage and put it out there on the deck where it belongs. I took it out because I don't know how many covers I had bought for that deck furniture. And then my husband put it all in one little spot and tried to cover it up with that big cover that you're supposed to cover it up with when you have it all set out. Well, I don't know how many I went through. I don't know how many covers, because when it rained, it would fill up with rain and I'd have to go out there and dump it. And so eventually it just didn't work. Between the sun and the rain, the cover just rotted. So I need a little bit more tip here. Alright, I think I'm going to pause for a few minutes. That is, once I take my gloves off, because I can't I keep forgetting I can't restart it with glove on. I don't know why, but I can't do it. It won't let me do it, so. Alright, let's go back to this horn. It's got all kinds of little curly cues and all kinds of stuff in it. See that, but I don't see it, but I do. I want to try and do some wood carving too, but I need to get a spot set up for it first. I mean, I don't know. The garage would be the ultimate place to do it, but I might be able to do it on the other side of the basement because it's got concrete floor, so make it easier to sweep. I don't know yet. If I can get my deck furniture out of the garage and my son comes and gets his table saw out of there, then I might set a table up out there and do it in the garage. Because I think my husband has a vacuum system out there. I just need them to connect it to the table for me. So it will clean, it will vacuum. I can turn it on while I'm carving and it'll clean up most of the mess and I won't have to do a lot of sweeping. So we'll see. I mean, he hasn't got it yet, but that's because there's some more pieces they need to cut for the deck. And they're dragging their feet on that, but yeah, I got a plumbing job for him now, so. I mean, you know, it's been, yeah, it's probably due for another upgrade, really. My, it's probably due for another upgrade. My bathroom. I mean, it's been years since we've done it. We had, that was the first room we remodeled when we bought the house. So, I want to say 20, at least 25 years. It could be 26. Because that was like the first room we did. I just really want to. Okay, there's two horns there. Well, I don't know how that's gonna work. Is that a horn there? Yes. That's part of the horn there. The horn's kind of go into each other. It makes it hard to distinguish which one's which. I mean, you know. Get over here closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. I'm so glad to see Miss Wanda's back. I know she got a lot going on, and I'm keeping her and her family in my prayers because I know she's still got a lot going on, but I'm happy to see her back. I would like to see Miss Coral. I miss you, Miss Coral. I don't know what's going on, but I hope you're okay. Hope everything's okay. I don't know, maybe she just got a different phone number. That's why no one's able to get in touch with her. Because I've called her phone number twice and left her a voicemail both times. Just letting her know I was worried about her and hoping everything was okay. But I've not heard anything from her. I haven't seen her making anything recently either. So I hope everything's okay. Oh, and for those who ask, Master Shredder is doing fine now. He was just, yeah, just because he gets so excited when I take him to the vet that they can't seem to contain him. If they would let me back there with them, I would think that I could calm him down enough that they could get his blood, but of course they don't do that. So in order for them to do it, they had to give him some sedation, which I'm not doing that again. That I've never ever heard that dog whine like that, and I don't want to hear it again. That was horrible. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, he's fine. He was fine the next day. Although he did keep me up most early morning hours whining. And I think I finally made him get up on my bed and lay next to me, and he finally calmed down and went to sleep. Thank God. Because he'd been whining way into the early morning hours. And I was not, I didn't know what to do for him at all. I kind of messed that point up. Let's see if I can straighten it out. Yeah, it's about as straight as it's gonna get. Okay. Oops. Whoopsie. I went right over that line, didn't I? Oh well. Is there some little lines? I need it closer to me so I can see them. I think if I would have went over it a little more and made it a little darker, it would have worked out better. But I did not. And the kids went back to school today. I think my granddaughter, Miss Maddie, is going to do an internship in a dental office, so I'm happy for her. I think that's what she wants to do. She wants to be a dental hygienist, so, which, you know, she could. Technically, I guess she could change her mind, because the college that she's chosen doesn't have that. So I don't know what she's doing about that. I just kind of, this is senior year for her. So I'm just happy about it. This is her senior year, and she's thinking about what she wants to do as far as college and where she wants to go. And that, I think, is a good thing. Yeah, pretty sure that I don't know. I haven't heard from my granddaughter Peyton, so I don't know where she's. I don't know if she's staying with her older sister, or if she's living with her dad. I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to not really go on TikTok except for when I post my pictures of stuff that I've made, because there's more stuff on there that, stuff I see about children and, children, them trying to take children and stuff, and it just totally freaks me out. So, because I know most girls like to go shopping. They just do. Problem is they're really not paying attention to their surroundings, and that kind of freaks me out, because I have two granddaughters. Plus this thing about Roblox. I mean, that's supposed to be a kid game. And they got pedophiles and everything else on it, going after your children. And I just yeah, I sent my son that because I know that my grandson plays Roblox. I also know that my granddaughter plays it. Maybe not as often, but she does play it. And I kind of wanted him to, check it out and see what's going on. They mostly, though, I don't think they mostly play it with their friends. I don't think they play it with online people very much. Or at least I hope they don't. Because that's usually, I guess, where the predators are coming in at, is online. So yeah. I really can't tell you what kind of wood this is, because I got it out of the building out there. I don't know. I know he has all kinds of different wood out there. And this one has a live edge on it. Some of it does, some of it doesn't out there. I know he's got cherry, oak, maple, and some walnut out there. I don't really know if this is cherry or what it is. I don't know. I'll just see what I got so far. That's what I got so far. And I still got all this to go. I'm getting down there slowly. I think I'm actually gonna pause you and take a break for a few minutes and go, my dog's out, get some more to drink. Yeah. And I may switch because I got there's a different tip on the other one. I don't remember what tip I put on it, really. I have to look. Because it comes, let me show you. Hold on here. Alright. There's the holder for your two. Here's the little box. Tells you what your temperature is. You got a right and a left side and an on and off and a gauge to turn it up higher. I think I put a different, I put a longer tip on that one. So I haven't used that tip yet, but I might. I don't know. Because I'm debating on whether I want to change. Okay, I think that has a little, yeah, it does have a little point at the top. I don't find the lines really hard to do. The circles they're a little more difficult, especially if you want to get a pretty good circle. I'm just kind of dabbing at it because I really want the circle to look like a circle, because that's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, this may take me a while. This may be a two-parter. Sorry, I forgot to turn you back here. I'm totally out of frame there. Yeah, this may be more of a two-parter. I don't know. I was hoping I could get it all done in one day. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it afterwards. I don't know if I'll do a bunch of shading, if I'll color it, which I had thought about that. I thought about doing some yeah, I'm losing my live edge there. I thought about doing some coloring or pouring a coat of epoxy over the top of it. I really had thought about it. There's a piece in here missing. I don't think I'm going to put it in there. No, that's it right there. Then this horn comes out there before the other one. Alright, I think I'm going to take a quick break. Go get me something to drink. Let my dogs out. And I don't have a lot left to do. It's just a lot of lines. He's looking pretty cool though. I just don't know after I'm done burning him what I want to do with him. Alright, I'm going to take a break and go get me something to drink. I will be back. Well, of course I have to take off my glove to pause. Well, we're back and I'm going to see if I can't finish this dragon. I had to go feed dogs and FG was here again because I'm thinking about having that tree taken out back there. Depends on if I can afford it, because I know having trees taken out anymore is not cheap. And I hate to do it because it's the only, it's the shade for my deck. So I really hate having to take it out. But I'm a little tired of worrying about whether it's going to fall on my fence or, any other places. I mean, even if I take the walnut tree out, I still have to worry about the neighbor's tree. Because I know they're not going to do nothing with that tree. So, there's a chance the limbs break out of their tree, they're going to take my fence out. Unless, I want to pay the tree people to take some limbs out of their tree just to keep it from falling on my fence. I mean, I can guarantee you they're not going to do it. They're not going to take anything out of that tree. They don't even mow their backyard. Yeah, I've been waiting for somebody to end up turning them into the city. I don't want to be the one to do it because then they'll start in on me, and I don't want the city on me either. I'm not sure what the city could get me for because they before they got us for having pavers on skids. Yeah. My husband bought a bunch of pavers from somebody off of Craigslist, I think. And that was fine. I mean, but he just left them. After we did the front flower bed, he left the rest of them on skids, and they were sitting on the outside of our fence, and the city came by and said, nope, you're not doing that. I said, okay. So we ended up moving them all inside the fence, but that's not gonna, that darkened that. I didn't want it that dark. I don't know. I don't, that's part of the reason why I have not mentioned to the city because I don't want the city coming over here and bugging me. Of course, now they can't, they can't get me for the paving stones being on pallets because I've used most of them. And they're not in any spot where they could actually, they can't see them anyway. If I do have some in my backyard, I don't know how they would see them unless they used a drone. Because I don't think they're allowed to. They can't just open my gate and come in because I have my gate locked from the inside. For that purpose, I do not want the city around. So my gate is locked from the inside. Because when I paused my video and went upstairs to let my dogs out, it's when I realized that Averagey was out there. I seen their truck out front, and he was trying to figure out how he could get in my gate, and it's like, no, dude, it's locked from the inside. I mean, if I wanted everybody to get in my gate, that'd be one thing, but I don't. Besides the fact that, I'm pretty sure that I know that Master Shredder could get out. He knows how to open the gate. He knows what to do to open it. Or at least he did on the chain link one we had. He used to get out all the time. When he wanted out, he just got out. So, I didn't want that to happen again. So, I had my husband put a lock on the inside of the... Plus, I don't really trust my neighbors on that one side of me, because he was always complaining about my dog getting out, but I don't trust him to not open my gate and let my dog out, because he really tried to actually tried to stab my dog with a kitchen knife. So I don't trust him, and that's why I keep the inside of my gates locked, so he can't get in there. He can't open the gate. Yeah, that would be stupid of him anyway. He pretty much told the animal control people that he was scared of my dog, so if you're so scared of my dog, then you wouldn't try and let him out, that's for sure. Yeah, he definitely cost me some money when he called animal control on me. So that's how I ended up with the privacy fence. And he didn't want me to do that. Well, he said, why are you gonna do that? I said, because you obviously are scared of my dog. And you called animal control on him, so I'm gonna fix that. So you can't do it again. I was watching, while I was taking a break, I was watching Miss June and Miss Patricia's live, and they were doing wood burning. So I was chatting with them. We're all getting a lot better at the wood burning. Although I think it's, you know, it's hard on Miss June's hands. She says it's, even with 2 pairs of gloves, it's hot. I'm wearing a pair of cotton ones, and I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe she has hers turned up higher and I have mine turned. I don't know. I just try not to turn mine up that high. I mean, it's up quite a ways, but so go check out Miss June and Miss Patricia on the live, because they're probably done now, but check out what they did. It was they were beautiful. They did some awesome stuff. So I'm hoping I'll have some new items by the end of the week to do for Friday's live, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping. Since Miss Natalie told me that Temu had a bunch of dragon molds on clearance, yeah, that's not a good thing, really. I mean, I've been pretty good about staying away from that app, really. I have been, anyway. Till she mentioned dragons. And I couldn't take it. I had to go see what dragon molds they had. So Trying to get my dragon finished here so I can get this video uploaded. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I was trying to do one. Well, I was gonna say I'm trying to get better at it and do more videos. I'm getting it. Just finding out that I'm getting to the part where there's a bunch of little lines and trying to get the lines to come out right. The lines I don't have too much problem with. It's the circular ones that seem to be a little harder to do. Those are a little bit harder, but the lines are pretty easy. See, I got some circular ones here. Just trying to get them. And make them look like they're circular like they're supposed to. So just kind of gotta take my time at it. Because if I get in a rush, then I'm gonna slip and then it's not gonna be a circle. Or even close to circular. So, I mean, I'm just trying to take my time. I couldn't tell you. I didn't know they were doing a live till I just happened to look and see. Well, I wanted to see what Deland, if he had his upcoming one out or set up, so I could see, because, you know, he did say he was something about karaoke, and I don't do no singing, so it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen for me. I don't sing. So, but, you know, I do know some people who do like karaoke and can sing. So I just been trying to let everybody know so they could join the live and get their karaoke on. That's what I was thinking anyway. They could join the live and they could get their karaoke on. I need to check it because I don't know. I don't know if he's got his live up. And I know there's one time where he said they were going to have a very special guest. So I don't know if that was this week or if that's next week. I don't know. I mean, I usually watch his live every Thursday. I laid the tip down wrong, so it burnt me a little spot that I didn't want. That's the problem. If you lay the tip down wrong, you're screwed. I'm going to take a break here in a minute and I'll show you what I got done. and what I got left to do. Let me just turn it off so I can let it cool down. Okay. This is what I have. So far, that's what I have. And this down here is what I got left to do. I think he's turning out pretty cool. I just don't know how I want to finish him off yet. I mean, I could, and there is like, I don't know if you can see it or not. There is a crack going up through my wood right here. Yeah. Does go all the way through. So I've been thinking about coloring him with some chameleon powders. But I don't know. I'm going to pause you for a few minutes and then I'll be back. Stupid thing doesn't feel my hand, so it won't let me start the video again. Dang it. Alright. These rounded corners are hard to do a little bit. Just trying to make them look like they're round, because he has some scales, and sure there's probably a special tool for that too, but since I'm not that versed in wood burning, I don't know what tool I would use. I'd have to look through the tips and see. I have another tip on the other thing. I may use it, I don't know, when I get down to it. I gotta get to the post office tomorrow and send Mr. Runick his box out. I want to get it sent out. So I'm gonna go to the post office tomorrow and take care of it. Dang it. I'm coming down on the... There is a little curved tip. It has a little ball on the end of it. Don't know if that would work better or not. May put it on the other side and try it. don't know what they're barking at, because I already went up there once and checked, and there wasn't nobody out there. So I don't know what it is they're barking about. And some more circles or half circles. Just gotta go very slow on those so I don't overdo it. And make sure it comes out in a circular motion there. Dude, come on. It's just the neighbors. It's weird that some portions of the wood seems to be softer than the rest. And like I said, I don't really know what kind of wood this is. It was some my husband had in the building out there, and I went and got it and cut it down. If you're watching, Miss Squirrel, we really miss you. We miss you. Please contact one of us. We're worried about you. I've called your number, but maybe it's not your number anymore. Maybe you changed your phone number. I don't know. But I left you a couple of messages. Just simply because I wanted to let you know that we care about you and we're missing you. And we're just worried about you. Since we haven't heard from you, we're worried that, we're hoping everything's okay. But we haven't heard from you, so. Not really trying to bug you, Miss Squirrel. We just want to let you know that we care about you. And we're missing you. Not trying to bug you. getting asked whether, I've heard from you, from different people, and I can't tell them anything because I don't know. So, been trying some different things like wood burning, and I want to try some wood carving, and I'm still doing my resin, but I'm just trying to try new things. Well, this is probably going to be a fairly long video. I mean, I guess I could have done it in 2 parts. But, and I may edit it into 2 parts. I don't know. Depends. Some people say they like my long videos. I try not to make them too long, but I know that I have. There's a line through that. We're getting there. We are getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. I just gotta be careful of those circular ones to make sure I keep them circular. Alright, here comes all the little circles. Yep, here comes all the circles. Make it look like his scales. Yeah, I might want to change tips on this. I don't know. I've been using this one for a while, so I just think I just ought to keep on using it. It's been working pretty good for fine lines. So a little harder on the circles or the half circles, but it's been working pretty good on the fine lines. Which I'm noticing down here, there's this wood down here towards the bottom is a lot softer than the wood up there at the top. I don't know why, but it is. We're getting there. This might be a 2-hour video. I mean, I'm going, yeah, as fast as I can possibly go, but, you know, I want it to be, I want it to look good. I don't want to look like I've done a janky job here. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Dang it, I touched it too long there and it burned it a little darker than I wanted it to be. Let me do these little points on the side first before I do the rest of the scales. Horns, whatever you want to call them. I'm just trying to finish off the end of this, even though it kind of cut off. It kind of cut off. The picture didn't go down far enough, but that's okay. Trying to make it look like it came to the end here. Okay. Just pulling this stuff down toward the bottom. That's all I'm doing here. Not sure what that was supposed to be, if that was supposed to be part of his wing. I don't know. I'm just gonna pull it down. Can't see any spots where I missed. And my eyesight's not that great either, so let's see what he looks like. I really need to. Now this is only going to be part 1. Part 2 will be when I decide how I'm going to finish it. But this is part 1. This is getting the dragon burned. So there you go. There's the dragon burned, and then I will figure out how I'm going to finish it. But let's turn it around. There you go. Alright. Let me get my shout out list done, and then I'll try and get this video up for everybody. Okay. Wanda's Blessed Creations, Stacy _ the Crafty Cat, Res C Liz, India Brady Art, Art by me, Andrew Walker, Coral Marines Resin Art, Butch's Resin Creations, June's House of Crafts, My Love of Crafts, Reptiles and Resins, in Resin, Jaybird Resin Art, at Julia's Crafty Chaos, at Artsy Doodles 1, Amy's Resin Corner, Epoxy Me That, Crafting with Carla, Billy Holman Creations, Patricia's Crafting Corner, Custom Created Handmade Crafts, Cynthia's Crafts and More, Blessed Epoxy by Amy, At Resin Artist, Martha's Craft Room, Creepy Crafts, Resin Me Up, Dragons and Dresses Craftsorium, Heart Creations by Renee, Ruby's Resin Studio, Lori aka Midwest Meemaw, Mama's Madhouse Creations, Laney's Crafting Creations, Bear and the Boss Lady, Deland's Handmade Woodworking, Amy Jo, Dot's Woodland, Professor Rusty's Workshop, Rhinestone Suzanne, Creation Dust 777, Stressful Mom Paints, Grumpy's Laid Back Carving, Dad Carves, Perry the Carving Wizard, Runick's Workshop, Woodchucker Chainsaw Carver, Ray and Sandy Woodworking, Happy Conundrum Carving, Mike is Making Stuff, LJ Woodworks, Old Path Woodcraft. Who did I watch last night? I watched somebody else last night that I was going to add to my shout out list. I'm trying to think of who it was. Darn it. I hate it when I do that. Come on. No, I want out of this. Doggone it. Okay, subscriptions, all. Dang it, I watched him last night. I watched his live. I'm trying to think of New Beginnings Woodworks. I watched his live last night. There's a whole lot of other woodworkers that I'd love to add to the list, but it's just the list is going to get so long that that's it for now. Okay, here's what it looks like one more time, and I'm going to figure out what to do with it. That'll be the second part when I figure out what I want to do with it. Bye for now. See y'all tomorrow.